All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is our first Entertain Jackson conversation, and of course, we had to start out with one of our best shots ever. We got to get it right, y'all. We are actually meeting and greeting and listening to no other than the incomparable Henry Rhodes. How you doing, sir?
I am great, man. Feeling real good. Been looking forward to this interview.
Oh man, it's gonna be amazing, man. I tell you, we were talking about that the other day.
Yeah.
One of the basic things I want to talk about, man, is we were going through like all these different singers, and we were talking about folks that had made their mark here in Jackson and in Mississippi and in the country and around the world. And I want you to know your name was just circulating through all the conversation. That's the big thing. And so as we were talking about it, we wanted to figure out, what makes Henry Rhodes tick. You know what I'm saying? What is it that makes him this incomparable singer that he is? I mean, every tenor in town wants to sound like you. I want you to know that. Every singer in town wants to sound. If he's a guy and he's singing tenor, you are the standard. Okay?
Yeah.
So I guess the first thing I want to know, we're going to do, this is our first one, so we're talking about 10 questions. Just 10 questions, so it's not going to be anything major, 10 questions. I guess the first question is going to be, when did you first know that you had a gift for singing? When did you know that?
Well, I think I was probably around the age of 8, between 8 and 9, in the backyard, playing around, played baseball summer. Mom heard me at the back door, went out to a garage sale and bought me a little stereo, brought me a record home by Sam Cooke, Darling You Send Me, and she asked me to learn it. Didn't know my mother was sending me on a journey of music, but as I was listening to the sound that, he had one of the most beautiful voices you had ever heard.
Right.
And I kind of got enchanted by him. And Sam Cooke, Darling You Send Me, Darling You Send Me.
Wow.
And the intonation of it was so beautiful.
Wait. So that's all you're going to give the people on that one side? You're going to give them one line?
Just one line.
Keep going. I'm sorry. Keep going.
But I fell in love with music, and I learned that song from my mom, and not knowing she was putting me on a journey, because she had heard me, snuck through the back door and heard me actually trying to sing, but I didn't think I could sing. And then she took me to church. I never really got into church choirs, but I sit down with that little stereo system she bought me and listen to Stevie Wonder stuff like There Is a Place in the Sun, and then I listened to Marvin Gaye, Nat King Cole, all the great singers, that the guys that had the stamps on my life. But the most prolific person that had my life or my music was Donny Hathaway, because he was the epitome of intonation, sound, grace, and beauty, and he's very political too.
Right.
So his music made a change in my life, and when I heard him, I knew I wanted to be a singer.
Wow. And so a lot nationally, even internationally, his voice, Donny Hathaway's voice, has gone around the world and back again, and has inspired a generation of singers, including yourself. And then you taking that on and inspired singers as well throughout the state of Mississippi, throughout the country as well, with what you do. So you took on that same tenor that he had. You took on that same task that he had.
Yeah.
Of inspiring people.
The sound, the royalty. And then the thing about it, my life, most people don't know this, I was raised in St. Louis, Missouri. I got a chance to go to church with Donny.
Wow.
When I was a little boy, around about 13 or 14 years old.
So that's what takes us into question too. When and where were you born? I think you just answered that.
I was born in Pocahontas, Mississippi.
Oh, okay.
Mom and dad separated, like a lot of families do. And Mom took me to a place called Madison, Illinois, which is right by Lovejoy, Illinois, East St. Louis, Illinois, and St. Louis, Missouri, across the river. So I grew up in Madison, Illinois, in Granite City, in that area. A lot of great musicians, man. I got touched by, I sung with Albert King when I was 14 and 15 years old. And I sung with Luther Ingram. He was from Alton, Illinois, right up the road. Loving you is wrong. I don't want to be right.
Wow.
And he touched me. And then I sung, I used to be, was singing, and I was like 13, 14 years old. I couldn't sing in the clubs, but I had won a lot of talent shows around the area, and they would bring me to the American Legion Post 799 and keep me in the kitchen. and would bring me out and let me sing when my show come in. They would take me back home to my mother, and then I started singing, and we put together a little group, little sock hop groups and stuff like that. And then I kind of finished high school, and I came to Mississippi, play football in high school, All-American. Came to Jackson State on a football scholarship, played with Walter Payton, Vernon Perry, Jackie Slater, all these guys, Robert Brazile, Dr. Doom, and I fell in love. I fell in love all over again with Jackson. But I used to come to Jackson, Mississippi in the summertime to visit my dad. Okay. My dad was from here. My grandma was from here. Right. So my roots are in Mississippi. Right. So I never left to go back to Missouri.
Wow.
Or Illinois.
So you've been singing for years and years and years. I know I grew up on you. As a matter of fact, as a singer, I was 16 and sneaking in to watch you sing. And I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of stuff I do, I actually got from you. And you know it. So tell me, as a performer, since you've been all over these places and you've been with, Luther Ingram and the whole group that you talked about, tell me about what's your most memorable experience as a performer?
My most memorable experience was I got a chance to go on the road with the Manhattans. And I have to speak him up because he was very, he actually taught me how to be a professional and how to carry myself as a young man. And my father was instrumental in my life. I had a good father. Right. But Blue Lovett with the Manhattans, the one that sings bass all the time, that does all the speaking. Oh, Blue. He was very instrumental in touching me, and me and Gerald Austin, we used to sit up and sing in the hotels, and I traveled with Earth, Wind and Fire. Traveled with
what was that like?
It was nice. It was an experience because as a group, I had a group called Natural High in Jackson, Mississippi.
I know.
And we had a lot of groups back in the day. Show Enough, Freedom, all those guys, Wind Challenge, and we got picked up on a tour, and we got out there with Maurice White, and we had a great time. And I learned so much from Maurice and Verdine and guys like that, how to be prompt and be on time, and how to, if it's two people in the audience, give them everything you have. Right. Don't hold back. Right. And if you know anything about me, when I show up, I'm ready to show out.
I hear you, Doc. So, all right. So let's kind of shift gears a little bit.
Okay.
Nowadays everybody has playlists. What they listen to. It's on their iPhones and everything else. If you had to construct a playlist of singers that influenced you, who would they be? And what would their songs be? Because I know a lot of people are going to go back and watch this interview and find these singers that they don't know about, on their iPads or whatever. So who are the 5 singers and maybe a song that they have done that influenced you?
It's kind of funny because I love the male, but it's a lot of females that influence me also. Okay. I love Layla. Okay. I love the new girl, her, because she very precise and unfounded, different. I like Joe. I listen to so many singers. Luther Vandross, love him. And then I go back and I grab the old guys, for the intonation, and Bobby Womack, and people like that. Wow. The singers that really influenced me. So it's hard for me to really grab somebody and say that I have a favorite 5 because I don't, cause my expenditures. I even like a lot of the white artists that's out here singing, some very influential artists that I listen to. So it's hard for me to just take 5 people and say, boom, there they are. Right. Okay. Plus I try to get a little bit, Bonnie Raitt. A lot of people won't know who Bonnie Raitt is, turn down the lights, turn down the bed, turn down these voices inside my head.
See that? And then you're going to do one line and stop. I told you that. And most people, when they hear that, they're going to say, Tank sang that song first.
Yeah, no.
Because he redid it, That's going to be the first thing they say. But no, it was actually Bonnie Raitt.
It was Bonnie Raitt.
There you go. Okay, so we talked about the highs. So tell me about what was your, and everybody gets them, what was your worst experience as a performer and why? It's a 2-part. What was the worst one? Why was the worst, and how'd you fix it?
Um, well, the worst one was leaving my group in the 80s and venturing out by myself.
That was natural high.
That was natural high.
Okay.
Leaving them back in the 80s. You know, when you get a family, thing changes. You have to come off that road and take care of your family, because children are important. You know, they're your life, they're your resources when you become an old person. Taking care of my family, leaving my group. But the way that I fixed it, I came home and settled down, got me a job, and continued to entertain. And the entertainment took care of itself. I had people that would let me work and do my songs and do my traveling. I had the, you know, and it kind of fixed itself, you know,
right,
by me putting in the work and the time. And then people knew what I was about. So I didn't have a lot of people trying to hold me back.
And knew exactly what you were capable of doing, because you proved that over and over again every time you hit the stage.
Right.
You know, that's the thing. Yep, you're right. All right, what is your favorite song to perform, and why? If you had a signature song, what's your signature song?
I think you know what it is.
I'm not gonna tell it. You tell it.
A Song for You.
Oh man,
Yeah,
man.
by Donny Hathaway.
And y'all, if you've not heard him do this thing live, he does it. He pulls the microphone back, and you can still hear him in the back. You can hear. Why is it your favorite?
Well, it was one of the songs that kind of nurtured me. He had two songs that I nurtured, that I got my tone and my intonation from him. And the other one is called "We're Still Friends."
I've never heard that one.
Hello, friend, how has it been? Ain't it wonderful? You got a friend.
Oh.
And it's a beautiful song. I want you to pull it up on the internet. We're Still Friends.
Okay. We're Still Friends. And that's Donny Hathaway, of course. So, and you said that those two songs actually nurtured your voice. Made you find that special place in your voice.
Right.
But I can honestly say, you don't sound like anybody. You are original. It may be a tone here or there, but I could pick Henry Rhodes out of anything.
Yeah. Well, that was the difference, because and within the song I tried to find me. You have to, as an artist, you have to find you. You know, it's already been about a woman. It's already been a Donny Hathaway. It's already been Aretha Franklin. So when you in your talent, you have to find you, and then you don't have to make the song great. That's what I tell all the young singers. You don't have to do all those runs and all those. The song is already great. It's already a hit. You don't have to try to over-sing to make it a hit. Just deliver it.
Right.
And love it when you deliver it. And then people will fall in love with you.
I wish you said that, to say it in the camera to the people in the back. That's it.
Just deliver the song. You don't. You know, one guy say, well, Henry Rhodes will sing you up under the table, but he never does a run. But he doesn't really know that the table is not that high. So I don't have to really roll you up on the table. All I got to do is deliver the song. You'll eventually roll to the table.
Exactly.
You know, so.
And he rolled many of them, I tell you.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. If you could have a conversation with your 18-year-old self, what would be the first thing you would tell yourself?
Being 18 was, well, when I was 18, I was hitting college. And I already knew what I wanted to be. I love football, and I made it to the NFL. I went to the Bengals, and it didn't work.
Wait, you can't bypass that part right there. You tried to bypass it. Slow down. You made it to the NFL.
Yeah.
As a Bengal.
Right.
Cincinnati, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, and at that point, it wasn't. You knew that wasn't for you.
Well, there was a lot of things in emotional turmoil. you know, trying to make it, and a lot of other stuff kind of played a part in it. You know, I loved it, but I think I fell out of love with it. And I always knew music was my calling. So I just came back home, got with my group, and started traveling. And didn't have any relatives, a whole lot of relatives up north. So I kind of fell in love with Jackson. You know, all over again as a child and as a grown man. So I wanted to stay here. I didn't like big cities because I grew up in the St. Louis area and all that. And I didn't like all the violence. That's the #1 murder capital in the world.
Wow.
And I loved it. I was on a riverboat and I went through it about a couple of months ago. And I'm going up and down the river now on the paddle boats and doing shows with the American Steamboat Association.
Wow.
And so I have a chance to dock in a lot of the cities up and down the Mississippi River and places like that. Yeah.
All right, that's it. Okay. Now, you've been in this industry a very long time. Very long time. How has it changed since you first got into it?
The way it's changed a lot by the way music is made. See, we didn't have all this modern technology. Singers now can go in the studio and sing music, and if you sing a flat note, they got computers and different song patches that they can patch you in and make you sound good. We didn't have that when I started singing back in the 70s. You had to go in there and take your little tablet if you had it, if you didn't know the song in your head, and you had to deliver that song. And you didn't have a pitch bender or anything to do.
Right.
So, and then we didn't have all these modern to the sounds and the keyboards. We had real musicians that played real music. That's why that music will not die, because it was real. It wasn't synthetic.
Right.
You know, the guy that I really like now that's bringing back real live music and playing real music is Bruno Mars. He's playing real live music, but the same music that Bruno Mars got, Jackson, Mississippi, he got that from Wind Chimes.
Yeah.
The young lady took Wind Chimes' album out to Los Angeles, and he heard it, and he got the concept. See, a lot of people, Stevie Wonder's like that too. If you talk to Stevie Wonder in a general conversation, Stevie can write a song just by you talking to him. I met Stevie at Charles Everett's house and had a conversation with him, and I heard 3 phrases in our conversation that we were doing in one of Stevie Wonder's songs.
So wait, you can't bypass this. You sat and had a full-fledged conversation with Stevie Wonder.
At Charles Everett's house. Sheila Everett, Charles' daughter, was his manager. And he came here. Miss Everett died, and he came here for her funeral, and he sung at her funeral. And I got a chance to meet him because me and Sheila Everett, we're best of friends. Yeah. And Charles.
We never would know, I tell you. All right. All right, Mr. Rhodes, tell me about this. Because we kind of get down to the end of it now.
Okay.
What are some of the projects that you're currently working on? What you got going?
Well, right now I'm happy to say that God is good. Sometimes He gives us things when He wants us to have them, not when you think you should have them. It took me a long time to get here, but I did an album back in the early 70s with Malaco, but right now I'm working with Mr. Eddie Cotton and Brady Champion with D-Champ Records, and I just signed a contract with them. I'm working on my brand new project, which should be out around about April or May.
Gotcha.
And I'm also doing a lot of stuff with the Blues Association and American Duchess and places like that. Doing different things like that, but I've just signed a contract.
Wow.
So I'll have brand new music out here real soon.
We're excited about it. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And you make everybody's playlist. We capture it. Okay. And I guess my final one is, where can we contact you for bookings and hear new material? Where are you online so people can get in contact with you?
You can contact me, Henry Rhodes. My email is hankrhodes52 at yahoo.com. That's Hank Rhodes, the number 52, which is my football number,
That's your football number.
Yeah, at yahoo.com.
Oh, man.
And you can contact me at 601-918-7155.
Okay.
Okay, and get in touch with me. Right now, until I get out here and do something real good, I'm my own agent, I'm my own spokesperson.
So wait, we can't bypass that one now. So you're saying that a man with your history in the business, being a vet, you don't need a manager. You can do this by yourself.
I can do it by myself, yeah. And
because that's the first thing that all the young folks don't do. They want to jump out and get a manager, and they got 15 people behind.
Well, I'll tell all the young kids this. It's not necessary to basically have a manager unless that manager can do something for you.
So, y'all hearing this, y'all? Okay, just making sure.
Unless that manager can, no titles. Anybody can hold a title. I'm your manager.
Right.
I just said I'm your manager, but that don't make me your manager. Right. Can that manager take you to the levels and where you want to go? I've never been on anybody's contract since I left Malaco in 1977, 78, because I've never given anybody that title, because I felt like I got an education. I can handle my business. I know how to handle my business. I know how to handle my money. And most of all, I know how to say yes and no.
Wow. I hope y'all in the back heard that one. So, if, of course, you got the information, get in contact with Ms. Rhodes. I want to first, let me just say this. I thank you for being a part of our interview process.
I thank you for having me.
I appreciate this. I mean, I learned some great things about you, but let's just be honest, I can't let you get away.
Okay.
It got quiet, everybody's gone now. So what I need for you to do is just give me just a little bit, just a little bit of a song for you. I got you.
Yeah, you got me. I've been so many places in my life and time. I've sung a lot of songs, and I made some bad rhymes. I've acted out my life on stages with 10,000 people watching. But we're alone now, and I'm singing this song to you.
And y'all, that's JXN right there. Thank you so much for being out with us, Mr. Rhodes. Appreciate it.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
All right, man. Have
God
a great
bless.
day. Oh, shout out to the Kunde Compound for allowing us in their space. They've done a great job out here. So if you have not seen the Kunde Compound, y'all come out and take a part in that. Also, Mr. Sidney Stevenson on camera. We're going to make this thing work. So if y'all need to get in contact with Video, he's all on Facebook as well. So again, EntertainJXN, y'all have a great one. Next time.
All right.